This is the Rule of Six podcast.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the Rule of Six podcast. Today we have a little bit of a Valentine's Day special because we all spent it alone and we thought, let's talk about our feelings instead, you know. So,
yeah, to be honest, boys, we just spent our Valentine's Day watching 2 episodes of Star Wars, didn't we?
Yeah, we decided to spend it together in solidarity against all these people who've got relationships.
Girlfriend. I think it's when you see people in relationships when they post their couples posts saying, "I love you, babes. Happy Valentine's."
It's a bit cringe. Also, you don't need to fucking... Bro, it's like a flex. Like, it's like, oh, I have a girlfriend, you don't. Fuck you. That's what it feels like. Like, I saw a couple of people, like, guys kissing their girlfriends on, like, their story. I'm like, is that, like, supposed to be, like, a power play? Is this supposed to be, like, a dominate? It's a bit, like, it's, like, you know...
very possessive.
Yeah, I mean, like, look, if you want, like, the cute romantic posts, so that's fine. But it's like, they never post ever in their life. And they just post on Valentine's Day. That's it. Yeah. It's like a one-story thing of them just going ham, and then there's nothing else.
Going ham, yeah.
But you know what?
You
Listen,
you don't hear from them for about a year, and then as soon as it turns Valentine's, suddenly they have a girlfriend and they're posting videos of them making out or something. It's just a bit much, isn't it?
And you just you definitely copped that girlfriend a week before Valentine's Day, didn't you? But no, you know what? The reason we watch Star Wars, it's actually like first of all, it's me and Ben's Valentine's Day tradition because we are just alone. Well, we got each other, so we don't need a Valentine's Day. Hey, we got a boys. It's like all the girls posting Galentine's Day. We got the boys.
Is there a boys version of that?
Boys Valentine's Day, Galentine Gate. That just sounds like maybe not that. No, but you know what? Star Wars is romantic. It's a romantic movie, right?
Well, the second one is romantic cringe. You're better off just watching 365 Days with the Boys. I mean, come on.
Yeah, honestly, that guy gives me less creepy vibes than Anakin. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's just, bro, it's the fucking stares. Can you imagine? Can you imagine just like talking to a girl and then just dead ass staring at her, thinking that's gonna work? Like
intense eye contact.
To be honest, it's some people like it, but some people do it so badly that they just like stare into. They basically just go like their eyes go wide open. They look like they're pinging off the walls, and they're just staring into a girl's eyes. No, and they think the guy's gone crazy.
Some girls obviously everyone likes eye contact, and then there's this like that sociopath. They just don't fucking blink. They're just looking dead in their eyes. No facial expression. Like they're gonna fucking murder them and put them in a meat locker. Like it's
eye contact. Yeah, eye contact is an art because not enough eye contact is like makes it look like you don't. Yeah. And then too much makes it look like you're too interested.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
It's all about getting that fine balance. And Saf's working.
I mean, Saf just goes for the full-on eye contact. He just looks up and down, straight in the eyes. He has a little technique.
Up and down and into the eyes. Yeah. Oh God!
What did you guys do last Valentine's then? Like last year?
Oh my God! I actually have a story. I just remembered. So originally. It was last Valentine's. Originally, I was supposed to meet up with a girl for a date and then I ended up getting stood up by her, and then I ended up spending it. Yeah, it was. So I ended up spending it with Ben and a group of other people who were all just single, and we just ended up watching movies. And yeah, oh my God, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, man. Did we watch Star Wars then?
Did you meet her on Halloween or New Year's?
Yeah, Halloween.
Oh, yeah, that was Halloween. That was like half a year before.
Yeah, that's mad.
No, because we went out twice, way after Halloween, and then we stopped talking, and then after that we were like, oh, we'll do this, and it just fucking disintegrated into nothing. But I mean, to be fair, it was a decent Valentine's Day. I think my most memorable Valentine's Day was when I got kicked in the balls by Alice. That was and we got started on that
lying in a park.
You just left me lying in the park, be like, all right, cool. It wasn't a bad reason. It was just she just wasn't feeling it. She really had a thing for kicking me in the balls back in, was it year 10?
Yes, but what did you have on the other hand? You had a fetish for what?
Yeah, that's CBT.
What fetish?
Fetish for gingers?
No, I didn't. Oh my God. What is this bullshit? Okay, I've got one ginger in my life, and why has this become a thing? Why has this become a thing?
Because you were talking about every single girl crush that you had back in the day was ginger.
That is so not true. That is so not true.
I feel like it's the majority.
No, the majority
of
are
them
blondes or
were.
brunettes. It's never been a ginger. I've
No.
never had a girl crush that's been a ginger. Text me one girl who's ginger. This is so off topic, but text me one girl who's ginger who I've had a crush on. This is...
I think we'll
We can cut this back out, but I swear you had a crush on at some point.
No, I never had a crush.
Are you sure?
No, 100% I didn't.
I
didn't.
swear
you
down
that
you
kicking
did.
the balls for no reason.
No, I didn't have a crush on this.
There's no way I would never let a girl kick me in the balls, but I would only do it if I liked her.
Are you mad? Do you think I fucking let her kick me in the balls? I was like, yo, you know what? I have a crush on you. Just kick me in the balls. No! What fucking flirting techniques is
That's
that?
that ultimate simp move.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, yo.
You know what type of flirting it is? It's cock and ball torture flirting. It's a new technique to a certain extent where they're borderline getting they're getting assaulted.
Bro, I'm not gonna say who, but one of our mates likes like having like a pipe put into their urethra.
Oh my
That
god!
sounds like-
I know who.
Yeah.
You just sprung that out of nowhere.
Fuck!
It's crazy. It's
That's-
crazy.
How do you?
I don't fucking know. Sounds like fucking. It sounds like so painful.
Why would you do that to yourself? Genuinely, why would you?
I don't really want to think about this anymore.
Thanks for bringing that up.
You're the one who brought it up. This is disgusting.
Well, I regret it. Well, maybe this is why we're all single with Valentine's Day. Maybe
Yeah.
there's a correlation here. Who knew? I mean, sure, it's definitely not watching Star Wars. Like, watching Star Wars is like the most attractive feature, right?
Yeah, right.
Right?
Is that how you get all the girls, Saf? You just bring up Star Wars and it's
Bro, I
there.
don't care.
Goes from there.
If a girl can recite Star Wars quotes, then I'm buying a wedding ring.
Yeah.
Do you think you would be into roleplay with Princess Leia or Natalie Portman's
Natalie
dresses in Star Wars?
Natalie Portman, man. She's so much more paying than Carrie Fisher.
Yeah, but
Wow.
if say you had a girlfriend and she dressed up in some Star Wars themed dress, would you be happy?
Which character would it be then?
Darth Vader.
Darth Vader,
Darth
yeah.
Vader. That's what I want.
Comes in like a Jabba the Hutt costume and like,
Oh
hello.
my god. Oh no, wrinkly old Emperor Palpatine.
You got me thinking
Awkward
about the wrong
silence.
thing. Man. Oh my god.
You know, it is
Yeah,
making
from-
slowly making more sense to me. Well, that's me and Ben's Valentine's Day. So how about you, Zach? Because you didn't spend that Valentine's Day with us. What were you up to in Valentine's Day? Have you ever had a girlfriend during Valentine's Day, or have you just been single?
I think I'm not. I don't. This is gonna sound
Sorry.
so bad. I feel terrible.
He's like
But
a
I
politician
can't
trying not to
remember.
say.
I can't. I feel like
deny the
it's a
accusations.
yes. I feel like it's a yes. I think I
Feel
did.
like it's a
I
yes.
know the story behind what I believe I did on Valentine's Day. It was either on her birthday or it was on. It was definitely on Valentine's.
It's like either way,
Yeah,
either way, it's gonna sound bad.
I think I've had a girlfriend on Valentine's.
What was the
Wow.
gift to her? What was? Did you get her any gifts?
No, I didn't really get her any gifts, man. It wasn't like a proper relationship kind of thing, so I didn't really bother getting any gifts. Plus, I mean, I'm not exactly experienced in the relationship department like I think staff might be or other people.
Yeah, no.
But,
Listen. My experience is doing the same thing, saying, yeah. We're not. It's like 3 months, like 3 years. It's not really a relationship. I don't know what this is. I'm not gonna get you a gift.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know what's going on.
Staff's willing to pay for a dinner, but as soon as you start mentioning gifts, he's like, nah. You know what? If
That sounds
food
like
comes
fun.
into the equation, hell yeah. But yeah, I don't really remember. I think I did, and it was a good Valentine's Day, but I'm not 100% sure.
You think it
Well,
was good?
Listen,
If it-
the greatest gift you can give is your time.
That is
That's
true.
why I always end up getting dumped. Like, I'm sorry, I'm late. Or, oh fuck, I
They're
see
expecting like a nice bracelet, and then Saf just comes in and says, "Babes, come on, for Valentine's, I'm gonna give you my time."
I'm a busy man. You know.
The trick is to just put a bow on top of you and be like, I'm the gift. I feel like you could get away with.
No.
Listen, if you're not really dating someone, you could get away with that. also,
I suppose you could.
Yeah.
no, but you know what? You know there's that thing about there's the 5 different love languages, and one of them is gift giving. Like some people don't actually appreciate gifts as a love language.
Hold on, what are the 5?
So I think it's affection, words of I don't know if affection and word of affirmation
Affirmation.
are 2 different things, right? They're not the same.
They're
They're not,
similar.
they're similar, but they're not bundled together. So it's affection, words of affirmation, gift giving, and what are the last 2?
Money.
That's the same thing as gift giving.
Money, actually, ironically. No, I don't know what they need. You gotta look this up.
I'll look it up. Bro.
Yeah, I've never heard of this before, so I'm kind of intrigued.
Obviously, Saf has heard of this when he's looking.
Yeah, Saf's done his extensive research after watching Conor Murphy when he was like 12 years old, saying, "Guys, this is the language of love. Now watch me go make out with random girls on Venice Beach for money."
No, honestly,
guess the color of my T-shirt. Come on.
Honestly, I was talking to I don't remember who it was, but I was talking to some girl in psychology, and she was telling me about this, and I was like, "The fuck is that shit?" Like, I was like, "What's this hippie stuff?" It's like, no, this is an actual thing.
It's how girls manipulate you. It's how they get you under their.
The only way you can show your love is money. Is so just
gift giving. You're not doing the gift giving enough. Come on.
Where the fuck
you need to give more gifts, Saf, and then they'll stay around longer.
Yeah.
I can't afford more.
It's like topping up.
It's like topping up.
Yeah, bro. Otherwise, they will leave you.
You got to top up the Oyster card to get on the train.
Okay. So here it is. It's words of affirmation, physical touch, receiving gifts, quality time, and acts of services. Which is like doing chores.
What acts of service?
Doing chores and
all of those.
Doing chores and like helping with and stuff. Physical touch, I'm okay with. That's it.
Yeah, that's the only one you can do.
God. I think for Saf, it's only that, and that's it.
You know what? I feel like quality time like applies because like I fucking hate I'm terrible at texting people and Snapchat. Like I can't talk.
Yes,
that is very true. I just don't enjoy it. But when I'm with someone, I fucking love that. Like I'll be like, I don't want to talk to you on Snap because I want to just meet up with you. Like if someone's like, oh, let's have a conversation on Snap, I'll be like, do you want to just meet up and go to a park or something instead?
Yeah,
I don't like talking on Snap.
Snapchat conversations, like chatting up someone on Snap, is so
like,
boring.
The same conversations can be with like Ben. I don't know. It could be a 40-year-old man behind there. You know, like the conversation doesn't feel any different. Do you know what I mean? When you're physically with someone.
Oh, what are you getting on Tinder? What kind of age are you doing?
How many 4-year-old man?
I just theoretically fuck off, right? Yeah, man. I just had this really bad experience on Valentine's Day. I went to meet up with this really peg 18-year-old. Turns out it was some 4-year-old middle-aged man. You know, still had a great date though. You know, still had a great time. Paid for the food and everything.
Dude.
No, Did you go back to his place afterwards?
I mean, he said he'd pay for the drinks, so. I'm joking. No, but like, no, because like, also, you know, when you're talking to someone in person, you can like play off their emotions. You can see what they're like thinking. A laughing face emoji doesn't help, especially when people don't use emojis.
It's like, always the same emoji. And
it is. It's like you use full stops in like a lot of things. Like you're like, I'm fine, full stop, and that's like. Oh shit! What have I done wrong? No, he hasn't. It's the way that you.
Sorry, it's my full. I just use full stops. I don't know why it is because I like do extra spaces and then it does an automatic full stop. So I just kind of just leave it. But it sounds like when I say like, "What are you doing?" Full stop.
Yeah. It's like threatening. He's like,
"Oh shit, sound like
he's going to kill me."
Yeah, full stop can sound formal, so it sounds like you're.
No, but like we know this because we talk to you and we know your habits. Yeah. But like. Some people don't fucking know this. It's like I've had people come up to me. I think it was like someone came up was like, "Yo, Sav, is Zach mad at me?" I was like, "No, he's just asking where we are." Like, don't worry. Something like I don't know who it was. It was someone.
Wait, somebody asked on the group chat.
No. To me, when we were like when you were coming to meet us, and it was something like, "Where are you?" Full stop or something like that. And someone was like, "Oh, are they mad at me? Is he mad at me?" I was like, "No, he's just asking me where in the park we are." Like, calm your fucking jets. Calm your.
Don't read into it. That's the thing with like messages. It's so easy to read too far into them, because everyone has their own ways of like, expressing certain things.
I put K on a conversation with someone, and they had a go at me. They were like, "What the fuck? Why are you angry at me?" and stuff. And I was like, "I just said okay. I agree with you." It's like, no, KK is okay. K means you're pissed off at me. I'm like, what the fuck?
It means so that confused. To you, not to us.
Yeah, I'm so confused. Like, the fuck? I'm sorry.
I think, the reason, I think I need to stop using full stops, but with certain people I have to send voice memos, because sometimes people get so confused as to what I'm saying, or they get offended easily, so I have to do voice memos, or otherwise they think I'm like attacking them. Because the way, I'm apparently, with my flat at uni, they say that my texts are really passive-aggressive.
Yeah! I seem it!
I know they seem really bad, but the problem is when I type it in my head, I'm thinking of what it sounds like, but I don't know how it sounds to someone else.
Yeah,
exactly. So in my head, I'm thinking, I'm going to send message to Saf saying, "Oh, where are you? Where you at? I'm coming now. I'll see you in a bit." And then I may put a full stop by accident, and then it sounds like I'm saying, where are you right now? I'm coming to you. I'm going to
Where
come to
are
you
you?
now. It's like,
Yeah.
but in my head, it's like, oh,
That's the thing,
where
like,
are you?
you're-
I'm coming to see you now.
You're not a passive aggressive person in
No,
real
not
life,
at all.
so it's like for us, we're fine with that. But yeah, it's kind of a weird thing that I mean, passive aggressive.
It's hard for me to shut up girls on Snap or text, bro.
I don't
I think they think I'm like being rude or passive aggressive because the way I type on Snap. So I think I just need to send them. You know when you see
You'll
those
be that
videos
guy.
online, I'll just be that guy who does voice memos like, "Yo, babes, what's going on?" You know.
Well,
I
Safari
send
does
voice
that
messages
as well.
when I'm talking to girls. I don't text.
Yeah,
Bro,
Staff is
literally,
that guy. who only
literally.
sends
No,
voice
because I was talking to this girl, I was like, and she was like, I was like, yo, I don't like to receive voice messages because I can't be fucked to listen to them. So I'd rather send them. And she was like,
so true.
no, but you know what? She was like, because you fucking never text back. That's fine. Just send voice messages and I'll text. Like literally because I'm so bad at replying. And I kind of felt guilty. I was like, oh god, is it that bad? Am I that bad? Like to have a conversation with on Snapchat?
Plus, your typing is awful.
Oh, my
so
typing's
I think
fucking
it works out.
It's
Yeah.
terrible. It is the
Do you know
worst.
what? It's because I type very fast and I don't have spell check or anything on, and I don't really care to look back. I just send it. Like
Half the things I don't know what you're saying half the time. Like
Oh,
you sent
come
a
on.
text earlier saying,
You
"I'll
worked
be
it out.
bacon
You
on
worked it.
later" or something.
Yeah, I
I'm like,
meant I was
bacon?
coming
Where did
on
you get
later.
bacon from?
bro, all I'm gonna say is all my close friends can decipher what I'm saying, and those are how you know you're my real friend. If you can decipher what I'm saying from a text, then you're my real friends.
Yeah, imagine. You know when Saf likes a girl is when his texts are like perfect. You know, he's got the right grammar and
I
everything.
use like
spent way too
Grammarly
long.
and like do it on Word before. Double check every single word.
Yeah. No, this is what he sent earlier. He said, "Can't edit to be layer." And I still don't know.
I know what it
meant.
means, but like,
What does
Yeah.
it mean then? What does it mean,
the
Zach?
hell?
What
We
does
have
it
to
mean?
like interpret it.
It's just I'll be on later. Can we do it
Exactly,
later?
exactly. See, you can understand it. So don't fucking complain. I don't want to hear this
Yeah,
bullshit.
it's taken us about since the age of 3 years old to understand what it means.
You
Now
can put that on
we're
your
18.
resume. You speak another language now. You can put
Yeah,
gibberish.
but it's the most specific. Yeah. Oh my god.
The
like
language of the electrosaf.
Yeah.
Oh god. What do you think the meaning
Yeah.
of love is?
I,
Everyone's like, oh fuck! I just realized how lonely I am.
yeah, no, it's true, but I don't think I've ever properly experienced it. Like I think you guys, I know Ben probably has, I know Sav, you probably have.
I don't know if it's love or
You've been like
infatuation.
crazy about
Yeah,
somebody, but
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
not. It's not. It's
Because it's
you're
also
just
not-
crazy about them. It's not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not real love. I don't think any three of us have felt real. I was gonna say unrequited love. We probably felt unrequited love, but we felt real, like requited, like proper love. Like not as in like you're so infatuated with someone and like surface level, but like actually having like a year's worth of experience and like
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
close
exactly.
and dating and like.
Plus, I
real.
think neither of us, like neither of us guys, have had like a proper relationship, so we don't
Yeah,
really know what
yeah.
it's like anyway. Where you have to work as a duo and as a pair, and like
But-
you have to do things together and work things out, rather than if you're like in a relationship kind of
Yeah.
thing. It's kind of not
This-
as big a deal.
It sounds so cringy for me to say, but I fucking feel like you need to work on yourself before you get in a relationship. Otherwise, it's just such a toxic relationship. Like a lot of the people who were in high school relationships, none of them were like complete human beings. They hadn't figured themselves out, so it became a very codependent, toxic relationship, and that becomes a skewed
Very
idea of
toxic.
love. Do you know what I mean? But then they're like,
Very
"Oh, we're so in love because they're so codependent," and it just
Yeah.
ends in fucking flames. And yeah,
And
Yeah,
then
because-
once they break up with each other, then they have to go on to and find another person because they've gotten used to
yeah, they latch
depending
on.
on somebody else.
Mm.
So they need somebody else to latch onto and vent out to.
That does blow my mind though. They like break up and then like next week they're in a relationship and like, holy fuck, I can't even get into one relationship. How are you jumping so quickly to another one? What the fuck?
Yeah.
You know what they want. I think that's another thing, is because they know what they want in a way. Like they know that they want the relationship. I think with us three, we say that we want a relationship, but we don't know properly.
We don't know
The thing
exactly.
is, I agree, and but another thing I've heard is a lot of my like people who've got into like really good relationships. They're like, oh, if you're like constantly searching for it, you won't find it. But when you're not ready for it, that's when you get like the long term. Like he'll be like, oh, I'm just gonna go and have fun and go and have fun at parties and stuff. And before you know it, you've met someone that you're like, oh, this is too good to like pass up. And then people who are like constantly like, I need a relationship. They either just settle for shit or they just don't get a relationship because they're too like, do you know what I mean?
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's like my last relationship when it started in year 12 or whatever. I wasn't expecting it at all. She popped up to me out of nowhere. It was like, and then it just blossomed into something great, which was amazing. But I mean, what about you, Ben?
Thanks. Well, I mean, for me, like, obviously, I haven't had anything even as serious as that. So it's kind of, for me, like, at this point, yeah, I think all of us have, like, started just being like, okay, well, if anything happens, something happens,
Yeah.
we'll take that. But otherwise, there's no point.
Also, it sounds really shitty, but one of the reasons why I've never like wanted to get into a full blown relationship is because if I see a person that I'm like, this is the person I want to be in a relationship with, I will give it 110%, like all of my effort, and I don't think I'm ready to give someone that much effort unless I know they're worth it. Like it's a big like. If I'm going to date someone, I want to put everything in there, not have like a lot of people who do relationships. They kind of do like 50% and then it goes back. Do you know what I mean? It sounds stupid, but like,
yeah, you want to be like all in.
Yeah, like,
exactly.
You know me. I could be like, for example, I can sometimes be like flaky or I'm late and stuff. I don't want that with a girl. Like if I'm dating someone, I don't want her to see that side. So then I need to put a lot more effort into it. Whereas I have so much other shit to like do.
A relationship, say at uni or whatever, and you meet somebody at a party and you get with them at a party, and then that's how you start the relationship. I don't really know if that's a good way to start a relationship.
I don't think that's
I feel like
bad.
I don't know. It's not bad, but maybe I'm not too sure. Do you think it's better that way, or another way where you just meet them and then you wait like 2 weeks to even kiss them?
Okay, I won't lie to you. I think the 2 weeks to wait kissing is a lot more sustainable. Like it's clearly there's a longer term interest. Like you said, the get with the party can always be like, oh, she's settled or something. I also feel like that scenario of you getting with someone at a party, it's more likely that they are talking to more people, and most likely you're also talking to more people at the same time. Whereas if they meet and it's organic in 2 weeks, that's more tending to be like focusing on you.
You want to get to know them, especially when they're like in their normal state, because when you meet people at parties, they're kind of in a different state of mind. So you want to know this person before you start. Because you do that with friends. Like, you don't want to just suddenly be best friends with someone because you might end up
into it.
That's true. Also, like there are people we've met who have been like at parties, have been the best fucking people, with vibing, with having greatest time, and then you hang out with them outside of a party environment, and you're like, we're not really mentally at the same level. Like, we just don't vibe. Like, we can never be close friends. We're good friends. You're fun, but that's it. Same thing with a girl. Like, if you meet her and you vibe at a party and you get with her or whatever, you might have the greatest, funnest time ever, but that's it. It's just fun. And relationships are more than just fun. There has to be substance there, and you can take it like Ben said. When you get to know them better, you're like, there isn't really anything there.
Yeah,
exactly. Have you? Because sometimes you see these things on Instagram or whatever, where you see these girls or guys chatting to like multiple people at once. Do you do that? And do you two do that? Because I know I don't. I've never had like multiple people I'm talking to online or whatever. Like, I've never really had that. It's either one person or nobody. I mean, what about you?
Like, you mean talking to them with the intention of maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Saf? I bet Saf's probably had about 6 people.
Okay. So when I'm talking to girls, like, as in like, oh, it's just like a fling or a get with. I've talked to like multiple girls at a time. I've talked to like 10 at a time. But like, no, but it's not bad because we've already got with, and it's like, oh my god, now I feel like I'm a bad guy. No, first of all, this is 2 years ago.
I knew you were.
This is 2 years ago, and like this is like when I'm active, and also they were active too. Like, if I've ever every single time I've talked to a girl that I'm like, I want to see if this goes to a relationship, I have not talked to any other girl at that time. I will only talk to her. But also the way that you talk to them is so different. Like, you don't, like, most of the conversations with girls, you're just gonna like, you're meeting up for a fun time and stuff, is not like you're getting deep and talking about your life. You're fucking flirting and joking about shit. You're not really getting to know them, and they know this. Like, it's very evidently clear. I don't know about you, but like, when I'm getting with a girl, when I talk to a girl, it's very evidently clear. I can say, all right, you're interested in me just because I'm like, you're like, we can get with and stuff, but I don't really think you don't see this going any further, nor do I, so it's all good. Or you talk about that, you're just like, oh, what's going on? And she's just like, oh, I'm just trying to have fun or whatever. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, so most of the people know it and they're well aware. Like I've literally been with girls and like them texting other guys, but I'm like, yeah, we're not in a relationship. We're just fucking having sex. Like, it's not a big deal. Do you know what I mean? Like I literally been like, oh, that guy seems like a nice guy. You should go talk to him. And like it's not. It really depends on the boundaries.
It's chilled. It's relaxed.
But it's important
It's just
that
natural. It
you
feels
have to talk
natural.
about it. You have to talk about it because there are. I've never had this before, and I'm so lucky I've never had this. But I've never had a scenario where I've talked to another girl while I'm talking to one girl, and her be like, "Fuck you! Why are you talking to all these other girls?" Like I've never had that before because they are well aware. But I feel like they're only aware because we talk about it. You need to talk about it with that person. That's so important.
I agree with that. What about you, Ben? What about your experiences?
I have talked to multiple people at once, but to be honest, that's mainly because I'm like, I need the backup just in case. Plus, I have a tendency.
You need a plan B and a C.
For me as well, I have a tendency of like, if I feel like it's not going that great, then I'll kind of I'll kind of not give up, but like I won't focus my attention.
I 100% agree with that.
Yeah, which is probably not the best thing to do, but it's like sometimes I just lose that kind of energy to continue with it.
But like that's the thing, like that's one of the things when there are certain people who you're like, oh, this person is so like I like them so much. That's when you're like, oh fuck, I'll put a lot more energy in, and that's how you know, and then like inherently that like that's worth the more effort. They're worth like everything. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Would you say that?
Oh, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something about yeah, like in uni, I tried to change that mindset. Like I was talking to multiple people before, and in uni I was like, oh, I'm not gonna really do that. And to be fair, I mean, it hasn't really done. Maybe I'll find someone I care more about, but like, it hasn't really done me any favors either. Also, you have to think of it like this: most people that you're going to end up talking to are going to be themselves talking to multiple people. That's why you need to talk to them about it. That's why you need to be like, "Yo, what is going on? Like, what's happening here?" Obviously, don't do that on the first fucking date.
Because that's quite hard.
But the first 3 dates, you need to like envision that you're not really dating. Like there's still freedom until you start having those conversations, or until you get to a lot more of a deep spot where you're talking about stuff that you wouldn't even talk to a lot of other people, like your friends, about. I think that so many people are focusing on finding their other half, or like putting that pressure to like be like, oh, that's what's going to make you happy, or that's like it. It's just not it's just not. I feel like it's better in my life. I'd rather have like a group of close friends. Because then you got like that's like emotional support. You don't need a girlfriend or a boyfriend for emotional support. You should have your friends to be like. You need emotional support. You should be like content with yourself before you should look for relationships with other people.
Exactly. Yeah, you should make sure you're comfortable.
For hers, right?
Yeah,
that's what you're basically saying.
This is the trick, yeah. Because you can't bang your bros, yeah. So you have the emotional support of the bros, and you bang the randos. That's the trick. I'm joking. You got the bros and the randos.
I've never heard that one before.
I'm joking. I made it up. It was a joke. I'm sorry. I take it back. Please take my words of wisdom and don't listen to the joke. I promise I have some kind of wisdom. I'm not just one idiot.
Somewhere in there. Yeah.
Somewhere in there. I made many mistakes and I learned from them.
Down.
Anyway, any other words of...
And that's another thing. You got to make mistakes to learn.
Oh, 100%.
Especially with this.
Oh, that's another thing.
If you don't, then you just fuck up.
Oh, 100%. Agreed. That's like the thing. Your shitty toxic relationships. You need to learn from them, and do not bring those traits. I hate when people assume. Like people like have a toxic relationship, and then they get to a new relationship, and they'll assume it's the same things. Oh, you're gonna be cheating on me because you just can have a friendly conversation with another person. Like you need to like every person is different. Give every guy or every girl a fair chance. Don't assume. Don't do a thing. Yeah. But also just like it's so arbitrary and stupid. But just fucking have a conversation about shit. Like our generation, we like everyone talks to like 3-4 people at the same time, but they never talk about like they never have a conversation. Are we dating? Like, do you know what I mean? I feel like
you
have to have that conversation, and you do need to make it very clear in the beginning, or otherwise 100%. it will just kind of not. Yeah, it just won't work.
It will end sour, or they'll be like you'll hold grudges in the relationship, which will just make it a toxic relationship.
Yeah, very true.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
So there we go.
That's your relationship advice from 3
people.
That's your relationship advice from 3 eligible bachelors who still haven't had a real long-term relationship. Maybe we should get some actual experienced people.
Oh, yeah, that's
exactly. We need to get some people who've been in like year-long relationships, if not more.
This is another like quick thing that like was like such a big mentally thing. Actually, before we end, I want to ask one thing about this. For me, one of the biggest, like, most important traits about a girlfriend is that she gets along with my mates. I want it to be like a full circle thing that we can hang out as a group with my girlfriend. Like, I want them to all be mates, right? What's your one thing that's like a make or break with a girlfriend, like a trait, like a personality trait that they need to have, or that or is a so bad personality trait that you'd hate them having? Like, you couldn't do it.
Like if we're talking like proper hardcore relationship,
hardcore dating,
feel like this is
long term, like this could be the one,
like a ride or die.
Yeah, exactly, like ride or die.
That would be my trait. Loyalty and ride or die.
Oh,
that
yeah,
would be
100%.
kind of
Agreed.
I think
100%.
I think as well someone who can like respect when, because this is like you are living with another person, or maybe living with someone else. Someone who can respect that you can have your own personal space sometimes as well. Like it's not like you always need to be there with each other. Always need to be like. I think that's quite like people who get a little bit too worried about being together all the time and like making sure the other person knows. It's not like you have to prove that you're invested in someone necessarily.
Yeah.
You just do it by, I think that's important.
Yeah.
a symbiotic relationship.
Yeah, like you both trust each other enough to not have to worry about things too much.
You don't have to worry about where someone else is out on a night out or
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. No, I 100% agree. Fair enough.
Yeah,
I mean that's all I have to say about you guys. Is that it?
That's it. Well, thank you guys for listening to the Valentine special. See you guys later.
Bye.